guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Marie and welcome to today's video. If you don't already know, I am a nursing student. I did finish my course to become an RN and I am just waiting to pass the official exam so I can officially say that I'm a registered nurse. And I'm also currently in university to get the BSN title. As you can tell by the title of today's video, we will be discussing the coronavirus. And the reason why I wanted to make this video is actually because we were talking about it in class the other day. And also people in my everyday life have been asking me, what are my thoughts? I thought I would share with you guys what we were speaking about in class and also just give you guys the true facts about this. As you can tell, this virus is very hyped up in the media. So I just wanted to set the facts straight and give you guys some true information about this. I think it's important to tell you guys that if you do want to know more about this, don't get your information from, Facebook posts or Twitter and all things like that. Make sure that if you want to know the true facts, it's important to either speak about it with your healthcare professional, or if you prefer just to browse the web, it's important to make sure that the sites you guys are reading from are credible. Before we get into today's video, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you aren't already, and click that little bell so you are notified every time I do upload a new video. And of course, don't forget to like this video. It will really help a lot with the YouTube algorithm. Without further ado, let's just go ahead and get started. So to start off, it's important that we know what is exactly the coronavirus. So just to give you guys a little story, it did start in Wuhan, China, and it did first come from animals. They are saying that it either came from snakes or bats. We aren't entirely sure yet to this date, and then it got spread to humans. Now, the reason why everything is so overhyped right now is because this is a new virus. We don't have much research done on it, and there are a lot of questions that are unanswered, so that is why everyone is kind of freaking out right now. This virus can be transmitted in two different ways. The first way is by touch. So say you shake someone's hand that is infected, or you touch a doorknob that they previously touched. That's a way that you can really catch this virus. The second way is by respiratory secretion. So basically, if they sneeze or cough near you, that is a different way that you can catch it. And what they say is that when someone sneezes or coughs, the particles can go flying 5 to 6 feet in the air. So of course, we will talk about this a little later, but if you do see someone just in your everyday life coughing or sneezing and you know that they're sick, you do want to stay away. The symptoms of this virus are very common to us. So just like a cold or a flu, you will be feeling a headache, weakness, a cough, a sore throat, a runny nose, and of course, a fever. This is the part that gets interesting, and it is to tell you guys that in fact, the media is overhyping this virus. And that is because, like I mentioned, it is very similar to what we are already used to, such as the cold and the flu. So basically, just like those, the people who are healthy and have a healthy immune system will be able to combat this virus. In fact, this healthy person will actually be able to fight off this virus in just a couple weeks. The person will be feeling weak because, of course, your body is using all its energy in order to really fight this virus, and won't be giving so much energy in the areas where your body usually uses it in its daily functions. So like I said, another symptom that a person will be feeling is a runny nose. And the reason for why so much phlegm is being produced is because it's actually preventing the virus to attach itself to some healthy cells in order to reproduce itself. And of course, just like with any other infection, you will be having a fever, and that is because it does help your immune system function better, and it also makes the environment a lot harder for the virus to reproduce itself. Now, the people that will be affected by this in a really negative way are the people that don't have such a strong immune system. So that will be the elderly and the younger children. So newborns and toddlers, they are the ones that will really be affected by this. Of course, the people that have autoimmune diseases will also be affected by this, and the reason for these three categories of people specifically is because their immune system isn't as healthy and isn't as strong as someone like an adult who is healthy. The issue is when the body can't fight this virus right away, there will be consequences, and one of them is an ammonia. So what will happen is that the lungs will actually end up filling up with liquid, which will lead to the lungs just shutting down, not permitting an efficient ventilation, which will then lead to your body not getting its oxygen that it really needs to survive. Like I said, your body is also weak when it's trying to fight a virus or just an infection in general. What that does is it gives the opportunity to other bacteria to come into your body, and then while your body is so focused on fighting that initial virus, those new bacteria will come along and give further consequences. Once again, when all of this just happens all at once, organs in your body can fail, which does lead to your body just shutting off. So that's what really explains the deaths from this virus. So you can't just think of it of the virus, just coming in and killing you. It's really the symptoms that it brings, which leads to certain consequences, and it's those consequences that will kill you. Now, of course, let's talk about the treatments. Now, one thing that is very unfortunate of this, because like I said, this is a new virus to us, is that there are no specific treatments. So for a bacteria, we have antibiotics to fight those infections, whereas for viruses, we don't. What we will do is actually just treat your symptoms. So if you are very dehydrated, we will make sure to hydrate you. If you are having a fever, we will give you medication to bring that down. Now, what you can do to help yourself not get infected by this virus is, the first thing is to wash your hands. I know that it sounds so simple and you've heard it, ever since you were a kid, to wash your hands, but it's important. You need to wash your hands for a minimum of 20 seconds with warm water and soap. Really make sure to get in all the crevices, and don't forget under your nails. My ladies out there who have some beautiful long nails, make sure when you're washing your hands that you are really scrubbing under there. And of course, guys, don't forget your wrists. The next thing to avoid getting sick is to avoid touching your face. I know that also may sound simple, but I did read about this research that went on, and they said that an average human will touch their face a minimum of 3 times every single minute. Now, when I first saw that, it was I kind of didn't believe it, but then when I really paid attention to myself, I realized that is true. Honestly, every 10-15 seconds, I go like this, I scratch my nose, I'll put my hair to the side, and it's just crazy how many times we touch our face in a day without even realizing it. So try it for yourself and see how you actually do touch your face very often. And so what is so important to know here is that the virus will go in through your eyes, your nose, and your mouth. So just be careful for the people out there, who bite their nails or are always scratching their eye. Those are ways that you really can get infected. Now, the last one is for my people who are infected. And this is not even just for the coronavirus, but for, just sickness in general, is to stay home. I know you have to go to school, to work, but just think of it. When you're there, you won't even be working as hard as you really can. It's better to stay home, not get other people infected. And even for you, just stay home, rest up well, and then go back when you're ready. So my final thoughts on this is that yes, the coronavirus is very overhyped in the media. To this day, now this may change, but to this day, there is only a death rate of 2 to 3%. When the Ebola disease was going around, that death rate was 50%. So right now we are all kind of freaking out for something that is really not that bad. It's really the people whose immune systems aren't as strong that will really be affected negatively by this. For the majority of us who are healthy and have a strong immune system, it will be just like combating a regular cold or flu. So it's important to really listen to our healthcare professionals and get your information from credible places, because it's just crazy what the media can do today and the impact it can have on all of us. That is it for today's video. I really hope you guys learned something new today, and I hope it really cleared your mind a little on what all of this really is, because I know for me, when you're just getting a bunch of information coming from left and right, it does make you a little worried and you're not sure what's going on and you feel like you might get affected, when in reality the answer is no. Especially here in the States and Canada, we really don't have that many cases of people that are here. It really is in China. It's important, yes, to be aware and to take precaution so that if it does arrive, you are ready for it. But it's important not to just freak out and just think that we are all going to die. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more health related videos, and also like this video if it did help you with something today. That's it for today's video, and I'll just catch you guys in the next one. Bye.